Well, hello there and welcome back, parents. Eric Griffith here again from Mobile Tech Services. And today we're going to cover part 3 of our Google Classroom video, which is all about communication, how our teachers communicate through us through Google Classroom, and how we can communicate with our kids about what's going on inside of Google Classroom. All right, so to get started, the first thing we're going to want to do is share our email address with our teachers. All right, so what they're going to do is add a feature onto our Google student account called, let's see, it's called Guardian Email. That's what it's called. I knew that. It's called Guardian Email, right? And so what Guardian Email does is it sends either once a day or once a week, depending on what you sign up for, a email summary of the events that go on within that classroom. So I'm going to show you an example of what that looks like here on a sample student we have here, and you'll be able to see what actually goes on inside the classroom. Now, you're not going to be able to click into this email and see the details. That's going to be saved for the next tip, which is called the Google Classroom to-do page. It's going to show us how to have that, or it's going to start that conversation for us with our kids about what they actually have to do in the classroom. Okay, so to get started again, step 1, get your email address to your students, to your kid's teacher. All right, so one of the questions I always get is, well, can it go to more than one email address, right? What if we have split families, or both parents take turns? That's fine. I think you can load up to 25 or 30 or 100 email addresses for one student, right? So not a problem. You can throw as many email addresses in there as you want. What's going to happen is you, as the parent, once that teacher adds you as the guardian, you're going to get an email notification, and it's going to ask you to confirm that you are this person's guardian, right? You are your kid's guardian. You'll click yes, and then it'll say, do you want to receive this daily, or do you want to receive this weekly? What that's saying is, do you want to receive this email every single day? It's going to send you a summary every single day of what went on in the school, or do you want one weekly? Honestly, you want weekly. Daily is just a bit much. All right. But anyway, you're going to choose weekly, right? And so let's go ahead and showcase an example of what that looks like here. We're going to jump over to the desktop and take a look here. So this is a sample summary for Felix, right? So this is Google's very own example, right? And so it shows 3 different things. It shows any missing assignments. So in the last video, we talked about students having missing assignments. They could have done the work, they just forgot to click it in, or click turn in, right? That's one of my pet peeves again. So maybe they forgot to do that. Then you just need to remind them how to do that, okay? It will also show what's due next week. And what's really cool about this is it will also show any other classes that the teacher has signed up for, or the teacher has signed you up for. So for example, if they teach American literature as well as US history, it will add them to that list. You'll only get the one email. All right. So what's cool about this is you're going to get a collaborative email from every single teacher that signs up. Now, when I say you're going to get a email, you will get one email total, not one email per teacher, one email total with a summary of everything that went on in school that day or that week, again, depending on what you did. So very cool way just to get a summary of results of what's going on. Man, I feel bad for kids today. They don't have it easy. Normally back in the day, I can remember when it was report card time, the school would send home a piece of paper, and I would make sure that I got off the bus super quick in order to go and grab that out of the mailbox, and it would conveniently be missing, right? Same tactics could be used today for your kids. Just a warning and a heads up, right? They're going to be knowing that you are going to be receiving an email for this summary, and they're going to see if you have missing assignments, different things like that. They're going to know about this. So they're going to deploy their own tactics to prevent that email from happening. Maybe they just want to see your phone for a minute to look something up real quick. Don't let them do it. It's a trap, right? I can remember my own children last year. They were pretty creative. I'll have to give them this. They decided that if I couldn't get to the internet, then I couldn't receive this email. So they unplugged the internet and blamed the dog. Yes, genius, right? These genius level tactics are going to be used again and again. They're still timeless, whether you're hiding a paper report card or you're ditching an email or marking it as spam. Just be aware that that's a tactic your kids might use in order to prevent them prevent you from knowing what's missing or what's going on in school. All right, so let's fast forward. We've already set this up. We've got our Guardian email set up. We're ready to go. We're receiving those. How do we have that conversation with our kids? I see that you have a missing assignment, right? Here's this next tip. Let's jump in and take a look here. We're back in the student's classroom. And so inside the student's classroom, we can click on this button right here up at the top corner. There's a tiny little menu. It has 3 little lines, and it's called the main menu. When you click on that, there's going to be this page called To Do. What you want to do is click on this To Do page. And so what this is going to show is everything in all of your classes that is assigned this week or is missing or is already done. And again, they're going to be broken up by different class periods. You can see I can expand these out. Next week we have readings, quizzes. Later we have this other option. So this is all going to be broken out, easy to read, in an easy to read manner for you and your kids. All right, so they'll be able to click on this, click here, decide, okay, I forgot to take this or I forgot to turn that in. They can jump back and forth to that option right there called the To Do page, right? So very easy to do. Again, my suggestion is once you get that option, or once you get that email called the Guardian email from Google, go ahead and start a conversation with your children. Let's take a look at your to-do list. Make it a best practice for you, all right? So finally, you can use this phrase that will guarantee either an eye roll or a statement on the words on something on the line of, oh, that's lame, right? You can use this one. Feel free. It's free. It's on the house, okay? You can say, if you've got time for the TikTok, then you've got time to finish up that Google Doc. I thought it was pretty creative, right? Your kids are going to roll their eyes. Anyway, TikTok is a social media platform that it's not the greatest thing either. It's kind of a time vampire. But anyway, if this tip or trick helped you out today, go ahead and give me a thumbs up and be sure to have those teachers sign you up for the Guardian email. Thanks and have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video tutorial.